Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly wondered, why do I feel so young inside, but my reflection seems to tell a different story? If so, you're not alone. So many people over 50 feel the exact same way, and often, without even realizing it, we make small style choices that can actually make us look older than we are or feel. But here's the thing. This isn't about chasing after youth or trying to dress like someone half your age. It's about embracing your age with confidence and dressing in a way that brings out your natural strength, vibrance, and personality. Sometimes it's the simple things, like an old favorite cardigan or a pair of shoes you've worn for years, that might be quietly adding years to your appearance. But the good news is, with just a few thoughtful adjustments, you can refresh your look without surgery, without spending a fortune, and without losing who you are. So today, let's gently explore the 7 most common style mistakes that could be making you look older, and more importantly, how you can turn them around in a way that feels easy, comfortable, and completely true to you. Let's get started together. Let's start with one of the most common style habits that might be holding you back, and that's wearing clothing that's either outdated or simply doesn't fit the way it used to. Now, I know comfort is important, especially as we get older, but comfort doesn't have to mean shapeless. Ask yourself this: are your clothes helping to flatter your figure, or are they hiding it? Sometimes, oversized or very loose clothing might feel cozy, but it can actually make us look heavier. We're older than we really are. And when we hold on to styles from decades ago, even if they once felt timeless, they can send the message that we've stopped evolving. I see this often: someone hanging on to a jacket or blouse they've loved for years. But our bodies change, our lives change, and it's okay, even empowering, to let our style grow with us. Here's the gentle fix: look for pieces that are tailored just enough to highlight your natural shape. You don't need anything tight or trendy, just clothing that fits well and brings out your best features. Soft lines, modern cuts, and colors that make you feel alive. Remember, dressing well isn't about looking younger. It's about feeling strong, confident, and connected to who you are today. All right, now that we've touched on what's on the outside, let's shift to something underneath your clothes that often goes unnoticed, but makes a huge difference in how everything fits and feels. Now let's talk about something many people overlook, but it truly lays the foundation for everything else you wear, and that's your undergarments. You see, even the most beautiful outfit can lose its charm if what's underneath isn't doing its job. A bra that no longer fits quite right, or shapewear that's lost its stretch. These little things can throw off your entire silhouette. I've had friends tell me, just updating their bras and smoothing layers made their clothes look and feel brand new. It wasn't about changing their style. It was about supporting the body they have now, with comfort, confidence, and care. So here's a helpful tip. Get professionally fitted from time to time. Our bodies shift and change, especially with age, and that's completely normal. But it also means the size or style you wore 5 years ago might not be the best fit today. And don't be afraid to refresh your drawer. A few quality pieces can make a big difference in how your clothing lays on your body and how you feel walking out the door. Because when you're comfortable, supported, and at ease, you move differently. You carry yourself with strength and quiet confidence. All right, now that we've built the foundation, let's move on to something a bit more fun: your accessories. Because those small details, they say a lot about your personality. Now let's talk about something small but powerful: your accessories. They may seem like little details, but they say so much about your personal style. Think of them as the punctuation marks of your outfit. And the question is, are they helping your look or distracting from it? Here's what I've seen time and time again. Some folks pile on too many accessories, chunky necklaces, large earrings, multiple rings, all at once. The result? It can feel a bit cluttered, and sometimes it overwhelms the person underneath the outfit. On the other hand, skipping accessories altogether can leave a look feeling unfinished, almost like something's missing. I remember once pairing a bold necklace with equally bold earrings. I thought it looked fun at first, but later I realized they were competing for attention, not working together. It just felt too much. So here's a simple, gentle guideline. Pick one piece to be the star, maybe a beautiful scarf, a pair of statement earrings, or a classic watch you love. Then let the rest support that piece, quietly and gracefully. The goal is balance. Accessories should enhance your natural beauty and reflect who you are, without shouting for attention. And most importantly, choose items that feel good to wear, because style after 50 isn't about trends. It's about expressing your strength, wisdom, and confidence with ease. Now, speaking of expression, let's take a step down and talk about something just as personal: your shoes. Because yes, what you wear on your feet can say a lot about how you feel inside. Now let's take a moment to talk about something we all rely on every single day: our shoes. Believe it or not, your footwear can say a lot about you, sometimes more than we realize. It can either lift up your whole look or quietly drag it down. Here's the truth. Shoes that are outdated, overly bulky, or clearly worn out can make even the most stylish outfit feel off balance. And while comfort is essential, especially as we age, style doesn't have to be sacrificed in the process. I remember the first time I swapped out my old athletic sneakers for a pair of simple, sleek loafers. Suddenly, my everyday outfits looked sharper, more pulled together. But I was still comfortable, and that made all the difference. So if you're looking to refresh your style, start from the ground up. Choose footwear that's not only supportive, but timeless. A comfortable pair of ankle boots, cushioned slip-ons, or low-profile sneakers in a neutral color. These can blend effortlessly with your wardrobe while still giving your look a polished feel. It's a small change, but one that can quietly boost your confidence every time we walk into a room. Now that we've got our footing, let's move up to another staple that can either flatter your frame or completely work against it. Let's talk about denim. Let's talk about a wardrobe favorite that most of us reach for again and again: denim. Now, jeans should feel like your ally. They're practical, comfortable, and when chosen well, they can be incredibly flattering. But sometimes, without realizing it, we hold on to styles that no longer serve us. Maybe they're too baggy, too low rise, or simply cut in a way that doesn't work with the way our body has changed over time. And that's okay. Bodies evolve, and your denim should evolve with it. I'll be honest. The day I switched to a high-rise straight-leg pair of jeans, it was like night and day. I felt supported. I looked longer, leaner, and yes, more confident. It wasn't a dramatic change, but it made a big difference. Here's a tip that might help. Look for jeans that have structure, not stiff, but gently supportive. Something that hugs in the right places without squeezing. And don't underestimate the power of a dark wash. It's timeless, versatile, and often gives a slimming effect without trying too hard. Because when your jeans fit right, you feel ready for the day. You stand taller, move easier, and that kind of strength, it shows. All right, now that we've covered cut and fit, Let's talk about something more colorful, literally, because the colors we wear can lift us up or pull us down without us even knowing. Now let's talk about something subtle, but incredibly powerful: color. The colors you wear can do more than just match your outfit. They can either bring your skin to life or make you look tired, washed out, and older than you really feel. And here's why. As we age, our skin tone naturally changes. We may lose some of that warmth or brightness we had in our younger years. That means the colors that looked great on us in our 30s might not be doing us any favors now. I noticed it myself. For years, I leaned on neutral tones, lots of beige, taupe, and soft grays. But one day, I tried on a deep teal blouse, and it was like someone turned the lights back on. Suddenly, my eyes looked brighter, my skin had more life, and just like that, I felt energized. What made the difference? Color. So here's something gentle to try. Experiment with jewel tones, like sapphire blue, emerald green, soft plum, or even a rich rose. These shades tend to work beautifully with mature skin, giving you that healthy, radiant glow. And if you're not sure, ask a trusted friend, or take a photo in natural light and see how it makes you feel. Because sometimes the color we wear can reflect how we feel on the inside. It's not about being trendy, it's about feeling vibrant. And when we choose colors that support our natural beauty, we walk through the world with just a little more confidence. Now that we've brought some color back into the picture, let's turn to something else that frames your face every single day. Let's talk about hair and how a few small updates can make a big difference. Now let's talk about something deeply personal: your hair. Over the years, our hair changes, just like the rest of our body. The color softens, the texture shifts, and yet, so many of us keep the exact same hairstyle we've had for decades, sometimes without even realizing it. But here's the truth: your hairstyle should grow with you. It should reflect who you are now: strong, confident, wise, and full of life. Holding on to an old cut or a style that worked in the past can quietly age your appearance. Worse, it can hide your features instead of highlighting them. I remember when I decided to make a small change to my haircut. Nothing drastic, just a little more softness around the face, a bit more volume, a little lift in the layers. And the response? People noticed. I looked fresher, lighter, happier, but more importantly, I felt more like myself. So here's my gentle suggestion. Talk with a stylist you trust, someone who understands how to work with mature hair. Ask what styles might flatter your face shape, your lifestyle, and your personality today, not 10 or 20 years ago. Sometimes, even just reshaping your cut or refreshing your color, whether it's embracing the silver or softening the tone, can make you feel renewed. Because self-care isn't just about looking good. It's about honoring where you are in life and allowing yourself to feel vibrant, beautiful, and comfortable in your own skin. Now that we've covered all 7 style mistakes, let's take a moment to bring it all together. All right, let's take a moment to gently recap the 7 style habits that might be holding you back and the small changes that can help you move forward with confidence. Number 1, wearing clothing that's outdated or doesn't fit well. Number 2, overlooking the importance of the right undergarments. Number 3, using too many or too few accessories. Number 4, holding on to shoes that no longer flatter or support you. Number 5, choosing denim styles that don't match your body or your energy today. Number 6, wearing colors that quietly drain your complexion. And number 7, sticking to the same haircut or grooming routine for years without refreshing it. Here's what I want you to remember. Style isn't about perfection. It's not about trends or looking younger. It's about confidence, self-care, and honoring the amazing journey you've been on. When you feel good in your clothes, when your outfit reflects who you truly are, it changes the way you move through. So take your time, make small, thoughtful shifts, and trust that it's never too late to feel vibrant, strong, and beautifully yourself. If you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to give it a like, share your favorite style tip down in the comments, and subscribe to the Age of Insight channel for more gentle, uplifting content on fashion, wellness, and lifestyle for those of us embracing life after 50. Until next time, stay confident, stay curious, and stay wonderfully you.